Board games, they're everywhere. Everyone plays them. They're everywhere, somewhat. But are they any good? Well, here is the official board game tier list in which I used my power of being objectively right about everything. So I don't want to explain my tiers because that's the most boring part of every tier list video, but here they are. First up, we have Apples to Apples, and I mean, like, this is just kind of the mid-tier board game. I feel like there's not many things you can criticize about its game design, and if you don't say who, like, sent the thing, there's no bias involved, which I think is good, because bias is very goofy sometimes. And it's good that that is not in the game, and there's a rule to prevent that. But otherwise, I think it's just a good fun time. However, I think it gets knocked down a tier simply because it is just Cards Against Humanity, but not funny. And Cards Against Humanity, I mean, that's just, it's just good fun with friends. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. Going in the Horn-Crested Lark tier. Now, next up we have Battleship. I mean, it's partially luck-based, partially mind games. I feel like there is more luck than mind games. However, there's at least more strategy than most with, like, where you put the ships, because you can go for the really dumb strat of putting them all together. And one day I want to try to solve Battleship, because that'd be truly epic. But I think as of now it goes in the average Tuesday tier. There is some strategy involved, also some more. Actually, no, it's going in epic tier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add a tier above. There we go, not abysmal garbage tier. Alright, next up we got Mancala. I played this once, and when I played it, I didn't know any of the rules, but from what I have seen, I think it's a good game full of strategy. But it seems like the strategy is just attacking the ones with the most marbles in them. But I think it goes at the top of not abysmal garbage, because I don't really know what it's about, you know? Blockus is a skill game. In the skill games, you have the skill games, you have the strategy games, then you have the luck games. And I think, for its part, Blockus, ooh, it's actually difficult. It's kind of between epic and not abysmal garbage for me. I'm putting an epic tier. It's just fun to, like, manage your space, see how much you can make, and encroach upon your enemies. Next up we have Candyland. Candyland is one of the worst games ever created. I cannot begin to express it. It is entirely luck-based. There is legitimately no skill in it. Terrible game. Okay, checkers, I've never been good at it, but to my knowledge, there's a good amount of strategy involved. It's like, you have to manage it. I don't know, I've never been good at it. It goes in average Tuesday tier. Now, chess is a game that I've never been good at, but it has, like, all the strategy involved, and that goes at the very top of the list, because it's chess. Next up is Clue. I think I've played this once in my entire life, and to be honest, I forget, like, most of the rules. I know I have to figure out, like, where they did it, and how they did it, and who did it, but I forget how you're supposed to figure that out. This goes in the average Tuesday tier, because I felt like it. Now, Connect 4. Now, this is a game that I'm actually good at. I think it's just a fun game, you know, there's some strategy involved. Obviously, it's, like, almost a solid game, but it's, like, it's fun, you know? It's never a bad time playing Connect 4, even if you do lose. Alright, next up is Go Fish. So Go Fish is, like, it's the average Tuesday tier. I think bottom of it, no, it goes between Clue and Checkers. So the thing about Go Fish is that it's not entirely luck-based, as there are mind games, and there's some strategy, because, like, if you guess something, that could be potentially, like, volatile. There's some strategy and repetition. It's also, like, a memory game. Actually, no, this goes above Checkers, so I've talked myself into it. Jenga. Jenga's a skill game. There is definitely more skill involved than in Blockus. Actually, I'm gonna move Blockus down. I think right between Mancala and Battleship. The Game of Life is incredibly goofy. I think this is just mainly a luck-based game. I've never played it. I just put it on the list because it's the Game of Life. I mean, everyone is playing it all the time. Monopoly is genuinely one of the worst games ever created. I can't even, oh my god, I have to make a whole other video about this thing. Monopoly is like, who plays it, genuinely? I think the only people who like Monopoly are being clouded by nostalgia. Because it has never been good, and it will never be good. That is the simple truth of the matter. And most people play with house rules, but if you play the original Monopoly rules, it's so much worse. Like, the fact that it doesn't end when someone reaches a goal, only ending when someone fails to reach a goal, that's terrible game design, because you want to always make it seem like the players have a chance. You want to make things not luck-based. Yeah, also it's completely luck-based. There's barely any skill in Monopoly. But then it always takes so long to play any game, and then it's not who wins is like the winner, it's whoever doesn't lose is the winner. Which is like, because you can go bankrupt. You don't have to like not whatever. Because if you go bankrupt in Monopoly, you just lose and you're forced to watch a bunch of other people play this game that you can't play anymore. And at one point you just know you're gonna lose. It is the worst game on this entire list. I didn't know I'd be so passionate about Monopoly. Here we go. Operation is also a skill-based game. I think slightly better than Jenga. And I think Jenga has the angle of like pulling which block. Actually, you know what? Jenga goes above it because there's more strategy in like where you pull. Operation is definitely easier than Jenga, so I think it gets stock points for that. Poker. I don't really know how to rank this. I'm gonna be honest. It's all about mind games, and they really emphasize that, and I think that's kind of based. I just like the mind game aspect of it. Yeah, I think it's gonna go in epic. Risk. You know what? Can't say I ever played it, but Liam wanted it in the Uno video.
If we wanted to do a game about alliances, we should have just played Risk.
So it's on the list. And I don't really know how it's supposed to go, but I heard it's about alliances, and I think that is also kind of based. Scrabble. Scrabble's a fun word game. You just have to make the words. It can feel... After a bit, there's just like no room, and sometimes you just can't win. So I think it does have to go above Clue. Now, Sorry is the most based game, right? However, the gimmick of the game doesn't really come into play, and once you like see that, it's just all luck. I think no mildly bad tier. Now, next up we have Tic-Tac-Toe, and Tic-Tac-Toe is a good game on principle. It's Tic-Tac-Toe. I mean, it's Tic-Tac-Toe. However, almost every single game you play is a draw. That's not fun. Now, if this is like 9x9 Tic-Tac-Toe, then it's significantly better. However, this picture is only of 3x3, so it goes in incredibly goofy tier. And I think Uno's all about the mind games. You can go here, because it's about mind games and also cheating. I think it is more luck than mind game, actually, so it's gonna go at the top of mildly bad, I think. And we're almost done. We have War now, and War, I'm gonna be honest, is completely luck-based. There is no skill involved whatsoever. However, it is just like the classic card game. Like, everyone plays it. If you're sitting down to play a card game, you probably know how to play War. It is the de facto. And for that, it can go above the game of life. And finally, we have Yahtzee. I played this once in my school's GT class, and I remember that it was luck-based. So I think it's gonna go